Welcome, dear viewers. Let us continue practicing MCQs about English language. This is part 2, and such MCQs are very useful in all types of tests and exams which are held. We begin an MCQ with fill in the blank. Eagle has been flying in the sky dash last week. And the options to fill in the blank are since, for, over, or before. The answer is since. Eagle has been flying in the sky since last week. Second MCQ is also fill in the blank. Girls have been playing in the field dash 20 minutes. Options since, for, from, and in, and the correct answer is for. So girls have been playing in the ground for 20 minutes. Passive of why did you disobey your parents? Now, what is the passive of the sentence? Why did you disobey your parents? You have got 4 options. Why do your parents was disobeyed by you? Why were your parents disobeyed by you? Why your parents was disobeyed by you? Why your parents were disobeyed by you? Now the correct answer is B, that is why were your parents disobeyed by you. Next is fill in the blank again. God has been distributing wisdom among people dash many years. The options are since, for, from, or so. And the correct one is for. God has been distributing wisdom among people for many years. Another fill in the blank. He dash an aeroplane for 10 hours. This is an aeroplane. Has flown, is flying, has been flying, or will fly. The correct answer is has been flying. He has been flying an aeroplane for 10 hours. Change into indirect speech. The sentence is, the teacher said, comma, inverted commas begin, let the boy go home now, inverted commas closed. The options available are, the teacher asked if the boy might be allowed to go home then. The teacher said the boy might be allowed to go home then. The teacher said that the boy might be allowed to go home then. And the last one is the teacher said that the boy may be allowed to go home now. The correct answer is C, that is the teacher said that the boy might be allowed to go home then. Next is fill in the blank. In olden days, doves dash messages. Take, took, taken, or had took. The answer is took. In olden days, doves took messages. Next is astute is most opposite to which of the following? Distraught, careful, generous, or gullible. The correct one is gullible. Next is fill in the blank. Kites dash the plural form of kite. Is, are, have, do. The answer is kites is the plural of kite. Listen a nice song dash fill in the blank again. is singing, has sung, was being sung, is being sung. The correct option is being sung. So the correct would be listen. A nice song is being sung. Synonym of grapple is what? Struggle, trap, laugh, intend. The answer is the synonym of grapple is struggle. New series dash already dash fill in the blank with have been launched, launched, has been launched, or launching. The correct is has been launched. So new series has already been launched. News dash good fill in the blank with is, has, or must. The correct one is. News is good. Change into indirect speech. Here is a sentence. I said to him, comma, inverted commas begin, word good morning, how do you do? Options are I said to him that good morning, how he did. I wished him good morning and asked him how he did. I told him good morning and asked him how he did. And I said to him good morning and asked him how he did. The correct one is B, that is, I wished him good morning and asked him how he did. Next is no sooner dash the sun dash then the birds start chirping. Did rise, is rise, do rise, does rise. The correct answer is does right. In the first blank it would be does, in the second it would rise. So the correct one would be no sooner does the sun rise than the birds start chirping. Ecstasy is most opposite to which word? Hate, agony, languor, fatigue. The correct answer is agony. Next MCQ is one of the students dash absent today. Fill in the blank with was, were, had, or are. The correct answer is was. So one of the students was absent today. Synonym of kin. Which is it? Exert, twist, friend, relative. The correct is relative is the synonym of kin. Our country is spiritual country. Theirs dash religious. Fill in the blank is, are, also, or have. Correct is. So our country is spiritual country. Theirs is religious. Change into indirect speech. He tells me again and again, I am leaving for Gujarat tomorrow. The options are, he tells me again and again that he is leaving for Gujarat tomorrow. He tells me again and again that he will be leaving for Gujarat the next day. He told me repeatedly that he was leaving for Gujarat the next day. And he tells again and again he is leaving for Gujarat next day. The correct one is the first one. That is, he tells me again and again that he is leaving for Gujarat tomorrow. Three Idiots dash really a watchable movie. Fill in the blank with are, is, superb, or do. Correct answer is. Three Idiots is really a watchable movie. No sooner did Sir enter the class, dash all the students stood up. Fill in the blank with when, then, before. The correct is then. Choose the correct spelling. Which one is correct? INTELLECT. Intellect. Steadily. Find nearest opposite of steadily. Unevenly, shakily, slowly, or irregularly. The answer is shakily. Follow the principle. Do it dash. Fill in the blank with himself, yourself, themself, or myself. The answer is yourself. So follow the principle. Do it yourself. Choose the word with correct spelling. Which one is correct? Answer is RECOMMENDATION. Recommendation. Angel has been sending English learning videos dash July 2014. Fill in the blank with since, for, from, or in. The correct answer is since. So Angel has been sending English learning videos since July 2014. Synonyms of remote. What is synonym of remote? Automatic, distant, savage, or mean? Correct is distant is synonym of remote. Fill in the blank. I am in hostel now with boys, 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 boys. Correct one is boys. B-O-Y-S, then comma. Synonym of gracious. Pretty, clever, pleasant, present. The answer is pleasant is the synonym of gracious. Each sir asked me if dash mischief in the class. Fill in the blank with am making, is being made, was made, or was making. Correct is was making. Sir asked me if I was making mischief in the class. Synonym of jovial. Incredulous, merry, revolting, dizzy. Correct is merry is the synonym of jovial. They are two brothers, but dash of them is hardworking. None, either, neither, every. Answer is neither. So they are two brothers, but neither of them is hardworking. Synonym of simulate is excite, imitate, trick, or applique. The answer is imitate is the synonym of simulate. Synonym of apportion. Divide, decide, cut, or squabble. The answer is the synonym of apportion is divide. Synonym of distort. What is the synonym of distort? Wrong, evil, deform, or harm. Answer is deform is the synonym of distort. Synonym of reel. Whirl, fish, hit, mistake. Answer is whirl is the synonym of reel. Synonym of appall is delirious, coward, dismay, or confused. The answer is dismay. Synonym of loot, destruction, waste, spoils, or coward. The synonym of loot is spoils. Synonym of dire, questionable, forthright, traitor, or urgent. The answer is urgent is synonym of dire. Synonym of nefarious, infamous, macabre, evil, distinguished. The answer is evil is the synonym of nefarious. Candid, it is most opposite to unkind, blunt, valid, or dishonest. The answer is dishonest. Candid is most opposite to dishonest. Pacify is most opposite to what? Excite, land, coddle, or unhand. Answer is excite is the most opposite to pacify. Doleful is most opposite to what? Empty, rich, witty, or vivacious? The answer is vivacious. Change of voice. Mr. Jamal asked him a question. He was asked a question by Mr. Jamal. He was asked a question by Mr. Jamal. He was asked a question by Mr. Jamal. And a question was being asked by Mr. Jamal. The correct one is C. He was asked a question by Mr. Jamal. Passive voice of who taught you English. By whom was English taught to you? Who was taught English to you? Who was teaches you English? By whom is English is taught to you? The correct is A. Passive voice of who taught you English is by whom was English taught to you. They greet me cheerfully every morning. You have to make the passive of this. They greet me every morning. So every morning I was greeted cheerfully. I am greeted cheerfully by them every morning. I am being greeted cheerfully by them every morning, and cheerful greeting is done by them every morning. Correct one is B, that is, I am greeted cheerfully by them every morning. Are they playing match against them? Again, we have to make a passive voice. Is a match being played against our team by them? Is a match being played against our team by them? Is a match played against our team by them? Or is a match being played against our team by them? Correct one is the first one, that is a match being played against our team by them? Why does an officer neglect duties? Again, passive voice. Why the duties neglected by an officer? Why are the duties neglected by an officer? Why is the duties neglected by an officer? Why are the duties neglected by an officer? The correct one is B, that is, why are the duties neglected by an officer? Another change into passive. Will my mother have baked cake? Will the cake have baked by my mother? Will the cake have been baked by my mother? Will the cake be baked by my mother, or will the cake have been baked by mother? Correct one is D, that is, will the cake have been baked by my mother? Stay